And welcome once again to Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pawlak, your host, and this is a lovely set that we have here today. And yes, we're talking about Earth Day, Arbor Day this year. We will be having that on April 24th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Ian Deutsch Memorial Park, where we started in 2003. And look, it's already 2021. So we missed last year like everybody else missed, but we're starting to open up again because we're starting to be able to go out and commingle with each other and enjoy life a little bit more. So what we're going to do, since we're not fully opened up with masks and social distancing, we're going to have what we call a grab and go. And we'll see that right here. It's called a grab and go. What we're going to be doing, we're going to be at the little parking lot. I'm representing naturally the Nuclear Waste and Environmental Advisory Board, as we've been called through the years, for the town of Pahrump. And also the Southern Nye County Conservation District is putting this on. And there is a slew of other people we'll see at the bottom of that. We'll get to that in just a second. So we'll be open till 1 unless supplies run out. What we've done is we've ordered 200 items of different environmentally relevant objects and things that we can pass on to you, share with you, that will make your life a little bit easier, environmentally more friendly, and something that you'll want to stop by and grab and go. You'll see us out in on the small parking lot between the two ball fields next to the cinder block bathroom over on Honeysuckle Boulevard. Sheriff's Auxiliary will be over there directing traffic like they do for the fish fry and other things too. So you'll know where we are on that morning. And that's April 24th. It's a Saturday at 10 o'clock. What you'll be getting is a green cloth bag from Valley Electric with some other items from Valley Electric, but you'll be getting items that are prevalent to helping you save electricity, like a little power strip here that we'll give you. We also have a flow gauge bag for faucet and shower heads. So you can gauge and test your shower heads and sinks for the maximum flow efficiency. You could save money, save water, save energy, knowing the right fixture to use, what right aerator you should use, because different aerators give you a different flow. You'll be using less water with the correct aerator. Also, you have a couple of tablets in this little piece of plastic here. I'm using plastic, I know. Put it in your commode tank and you'll find out if you've got leaks in your toilet bowl. It's a leak detecting non-toxic dye tablets. So we also are passing out, we have these lovely bamboo toothbrushes rather than using the plastic toothbrushes that get thrown away in the landfills, and there's I think it was 2 billion per year worldwide. They get thrown into the landfill and basically wind up into the water streams and the oceans. So we'll be passing these out too. And the bamboo that they're made out of comes from self-sustaining forests also. So we have many items like that from ourselves that we're passing on to you, and also from people from, like, as you see down there, I get this correct, Valley Electric, the Master Gardeners. They'll be having booklets for trees. Oh, then we'll also, I've ordered all the way from Vermont, seeds for Mondale pines, and they'll come in these colorful little envelopes with the instructions to try to save these everybody gets 2 little seeds. I ordered 500 of them. So we'll see if we could start growing our own Mondale pine trees also. Joe Sanitation, Pahrump Valley Disposal will be there. They'll be passing out booklets, coloring books, Recycling from Valley Disposal and Joe Sanitation to let you know where your poop goes. And they'll give you crayons too with the appropriate colors, I'm sure. Great Basin Water Company, Clean Up Pahrump, Audubon Society. I mentioned Nyack Communities Coalition will be there also. So we'll have the 4-H will be there, and many more people are signing up as we're getting closer to the event's date. So come on by. Don't dally, as I say in there also, because once all the 200 is gone, then we pack up and we go home. So then the Little League can play ball then. So another thing that's I'd like to talk about is our extension office. Our extension office is on Calavetta and Dandelion. They will be there. And they're having Zoom meetings, April, May, and June. And if you'd like to learn about toxins in the garden, growing under the stars, seed saving, programs like that, you could contact them. We'll put the email address for Elaine Fagan under this section here, so you can call them to get a schedule for Zoom. Another thing that I'd like to talk about, I don't like to talk about, we're going to miss the Pupfish conference again. I've been going to that for the last decade, because I'm concerned about our endangered species. These are the fish that started the Endangered Species Act, and they're in Devil's Hole in Ash Meadows. So that conference, usually scheduled for May, won't be happening again this year. Excuse me. This conference keeps those of us interested in the endangered pupfish updated as to their status at Ash Meadows, Devil's Hole. And ironically, while I was thinking about that, reading about that, I was watching YouTube one morning, having my morning coffee last week. I happened to come across my favorite YouTube artist, Caitlin Doherty, and as fate would have it, she, for some reason, traveled from LA to Devil's Hole to make a very concise, historically correct, and at times humorous video about our beloved pupfish. So I've contacted her publicist, and I have permission to mention Caitlin and her site here on her show. Caitlin's historical accounting of the pupfish story is dead on, and with that terminology, let me share with you what Caitlin does in her day job. She's a mortician. Her website is Ask a Mortician. It's famous to some of us that watch her. It's very entertaining as it is informative into her line of work. So I'd like to share a snippet of her intro into the pupfish program. And I may mention a lot of times during our conferences, a lot of our technical people or scientists are kind of dry in the way they speak. If we would have someone like Caitlin at one of our programs, it would just go over so well. So hopefully you get a chance to watch her program or her programs, but let me give you a little snippet of what she's like. Thank you for watching. Please come out April 24th to Earth Day. All right, here's Caitlin.
Death Valley, a land of extremes. The Funeral Mountains, Coffin Canyon, the lowest place in the Western Hemisphere. 130-degree weather. Why, that's the hottest place on Earth. After a day in Death Valley, pop over the eastern mountains to the middle of absolute nowhere and visit this little hole in the middle of the desert.
I wish to speak now to one person and one person alone, and that person is Rolf Hirsch. Rolf Hirsch came to visit the Devil's Hole and gave it 1 star, saying, quote, "Nothing spectacular." To be fair to Rolf, this is a caged walkway surrounded by a chain link fence over a tiny little hole in the middle of the desert, but if we do our job right today, we are going to convince you, Rolf, that that little hole is intellectually and emotionally and historically spectacular. What if I told you that that little hole contained magically missing corpses, Charles Manson's race strategy, and the rarest fish in the world?
So anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing Caitlin. She's great. She's very entertaining, very informative, very outgoing, and she's broken down a lot of the mystique of that mortician field that she's in. And she does other snippets also, other YouTube programs. So she's wonderful, and I wholeheartedly hope you watch the rest of her shows. She's originally from Hawaii, I believe, but she's from LA now. And so hope you enjoy her. Hope you enjoy the Earth Day at April 24th. Hope you come out there 10 a.m. till 1 or until supplies are gone, and then we're out of there. Honeysuckle Park, and we'll see you then. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.